how do you make sure you work as a team during disagreements? And that is something I think we are still working on. I see it, I see it. I want some avocado toast. I had 3 pieces.
Today?
Yeah, super good.
Yeah, 1 avocado makes 3 pieces.
Yeah, they've been big. Hello everybody! Look at all the pretty flowers I have in the background. Both of these are from my boo thing. It's Valentine's Day and my face is feeling crusty. I really need to put some of my skincare products on my face. So I'm going to start off with the Niacinamide Brightening Toner. This is formulated with niacinamide, vitamin C, arbutin, licorice, root extract to brighten and improve appearance of enlarged pores. So I've been using this almost every day since I got the PR package from them, which I put on my Instagram stories, and this has been great. Niacinamide is actually in my Curology formula, so it's been great to add a little bit more to my skin, especially in the morning time because Curology is a nighttime treatment. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my face. We are jumping right into makeup. We're not gonna mess around. So while that is soaking into my skin, as you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a Valentine's Day look. I don't think I'm doing anything like crazy for Valentine's Day at all. I think we're gonna chill. It's been a little tradition that we make heart-shaped pink Rice Krispie treats, which was my boyfriend's idea last year. So he got some, surprised me with these flowers right here and ingredients to make Rice Krispies, which I think is the cutest thing ever. So props to you, boo. Thanks. So I've got a couple new products to try. I've got a bunch of hard candy stuff to try. I actually filmed a video yesterday going through all the different products, so I'll put that in right now. But I ended up not filming or realizing I was recording the makeup looks. So I'm kind of upset about that. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and show you guys the hard candy products that I'm going to be testing out today. I've got some new products to share with you guys. I went to good old Walmart, and you guys, my favorite brand, Hard Candy, which is Walmart's brand, came out with some new products. We got a bronzer, we got a powder, we got a blush, we got a primer, we got an eyebrow product. Here we go. And a lip balm that is prettybomb.com. This is like the Marilyn Monroe set here, and I've already tried this lip balm out, you guys. Like, I have super pasty lips. Like, I feel like I look dead, and I wore this yesterday, and I just felt like I looked so much more alive. It was amazing. Was I not recording this whole time? Oh my gosh! Now I'm going to put on the niacinamide serum. This is formulated with 10% niacinamide to refine skin texture and minimize pores. I have 4% niacinamide in my Curology. So again, this is great for the daytime for me to help with the skincare. And again, I've really noticed a difference in my skin so far since using these products. I focus this mostly where I have spots. And again, Good Molecules is Beautylicious skincare brand. So definitely check that out. I really, if I didn't have a primer to try today, I really love their silicone-free priming moisturizer. This moisturizer I got in my Beautylish 2020 Lucky Bag, and I've been using it, and wow, my makeup does not go anywhere. This is the best primer I've tried, and like, wow. You get 1.7 fluid ounces in this thing. It's going nowhere. I definitely recommend that for people who are definitely oily, because this does like lock it in. If you have dry skin, like, it could work for you, but boy, it locks it in real good. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on some moisturizer. I love the CeraVe moisturizer. This is the one I've been using for years, and it does not break me out. This is actually recommended to me from my dermatologist, so that's the one I've been using, and I haven't strayed from it or found one that I really like. That's hydrating enough to the point of not being like too oily to break me out or anything like that. So that's the moisturizer that I use. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my eyeshadow base. It is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in, you know, just the regular one. And I'm gonna put concealer down. I've been using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer, and I'm going to set my eyes with the new translucent setting powder from Hard Candy as well to test that out. Got my eyeshadow base on, And on Instagram, I asked you guys to ask me Valentine's Day love relationship related questions. So while I'm getting ready, I'm going to be answering those for you guys to the best of my ability. But before we, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer. I'm not an expert in love whatsoever. I've been in 4 serious relationships in my life. My 2 first ones were in college and then after graduating college, and they both lasted a year and they were both long distance. Then my third relationship was for 4 years, and I was actually engaged to that guy, but that relationship ended, obviously. And then I'm in my hopefully final, because I love my boyfriend to death, I hope it's my final relationship, because I've been asking for a ring on that finger non-stop. I'm getting too old. Like I said, I'm 28 years old and nobody got time for that. But no, that's not why. I really love him to death, like I said. But we've been in a relationship for over a year, and yeah, smooth sailing so far. First question is from King Alopata. I don't know if I said that username correctly, but they said, how are you feeling lately? Not a Valentine's Day question, but self-love is just as important. Absolutely, self-love is, I think, the worst area of love I struggle in. I am seriously the last person I care about, and that's something I definitely need to work on. So if you guys have any self-love tips, I would love that. But she just asked how you're feeling lately, and honestly, lately it's been a bit of a roller coaster. But today, before I answer more about that question, I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I actually am going to be putting on my Instagram stories as well, and I'll put it in this video in the description box. I have a list of all of the Targets throughout the United States that carry now Makeup Geek is chic, Makeup Geek eyeshadows. So you can run to your local Target without having to pay shipping or anything like that. So I'll leave a link to that list down below as well. But if you guys do not want or don't have a Target near you that sells them, you can use the code Shweihninzy for 10% off. And the link that I have listed is an affiliate link to the Makeup Geek website. So it means so much if you would use my code and the affiliate link. I mean, it's 10% off. Before I do my eyeshadows, I'm going to go in with the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. I wore this yesterday, and I don't think I broke out at all except for like right there, but I so far think it's great. It has a little bit of a green tint to it, and it definitely feels sticky. Like, I was surprised at how like gripping this primer is. Do you see that? How it sticks like that. So love that. You can get that at Walmart. Hard Candy is Walmart's brand. So again, let's dive into this question. So lately I've been feeling overwhelmed. So I'm going to answer this question while I'm doing my eyeshadow. Life has been really overwhelming, and as you guys know, I am on medication for depression and anxiety and PTSD, as well as BPD. So I'm not on like medication for like each of those things individually. It's like a combined thing. So I've been meeting with a psychiatrist since June of 2019, and I've tried a total of 4 medications and restarting a 5th one to see kind of going in a different direction. So a lot of my issues I've realized, but between my psychiatrist and just some of my other doctors as well, my hormones wreak havoc on my mental health, not only my body but also my mind. So I've been dealing with cysts, as you know, on my ovaries. I had one explode, and I don't know if I have any more or not, but I've been getting hormonal migraines as well, to the point of like vomiting, which is not fun at all. And just dealing with those things has been just really stressful. So it's just been kind of overwhelming starting this new medication and everything. You guys know, if you take any kind of medication, just switching medicines or adding medicines to your routine just can be kind of like, I need all these things. And I know a lot of you guys have opened up and said like, you need that kind of stuff, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, don't feel like you're nuts or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for your encouragement in that area, but long story short, that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. Sammy.ix asks, how did you find such a good guy to love you inside and out? And I definitely lucked out with that. My boyfriend, he and I were really good friends before we started dating, and I have to say, if you find a guy that you can be yourself around, that's the guy that you should be with. I mean, there's obviously guys that you can just be friends with and there's not like a romantic connection, but if you have a romantic connection with somebody, definitely be their friend first, because if you can be truly authentically yourself and they still love you for that, you know, that's the guy that you need to be with, and obviously you're the one that needs to be with them as well. You know, I've been in a relationship with someone where I couldn't be myself and I felt very like odd. I was really shy. I was always really nervous, making sure like I was saying the right thing and stuff, and it was just very hard for me to be myself, and he didn't like how quiet I was for that reason, and so he would get frustrated. And I've never been someone who's quiet around someone I like. I'm usually very like outgoing and goofy and all that kind of stuff. So if you can be yourself around that person, just the stress and everything of that will just be a lot better. So making sure that you end up with like one of your guy friends, I think, is a huge plus, or making sure that you have that friendship before you start your serious relationship is definitely very important. Discode says, not related, but you're beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Charity_2 says, how do you like to show people you love them? So my biggest love languages are action and gift giving and gift receiving. So I love to receive. This is how I receive and give love. You know, like with my parents or like my boyfriend, I will try and do stuff to help them, like if they're having a bad day or if they're very overwhelmed and stressed. I like to, like, I'll help my mom like with the dishes, or I'll like help clean around the house, or I'll take my brother places. You know, like if he wants to go out, to show him that I care for him. Same with like I have 2 brothers, so I do that with both of them. Or if they need something, I'll be like, hey, do you want me to pick this up for you while I'm out? Stuff like that. With my parents and things. With my boyfriend as well. Like if he's having a bad day at work, like one time, he works 45 minutes away from where I used to live, and so I would drive all the way down there to have like lunch with him, or at like one time I went all the way down there just to give him an icy at work, and then I went all the way back home. So that was really, really great. It took me like over 2 hours to do that because of traffic and everything, but like just small stuff like that, or you know, getting him a card or writing him a cute little note, that's kind of like action. And like for Valentine's Day, I actually got my boyfriend AirPods because I just love my boo thing so much. He's been complaining about like his headphones and stuff, so I got him AirPods, and like buying big gifts or like little gifts, like I'll get him like some cookies sometime, or you know, whatever, stuff like that. That's how I love to show people I love them. Silverly asks, how are you going to spend the night? So like I said at the beginning, I'm going to be just staying in, I think, and making heart-shaped Rice Krispies with my boyfriend, which I think will be so fun. So we'll be doing that, probably chill and watch like a show. We've been starting the show Lock and Key on Netflix, which just came out, so that's been really— I forgot to hit record again! Ugh. So I don't even know what I wasn't recording. I really like the powder under my eyes. It definitely worked out a lot better than I thought, to set my face with the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Powder. If you guys have another one that you like, let me know. I stopped recording and then I forgot to hit record again. Ugh. Amy Ratchet asked, do you like Halsey? No. Hino Josa _Paloma says, what is true love according to the Bible? Oh gosh, I don't even know. True love and unconditional love only comes from Jesus Christ and God. That's all I have to say about that. Like, the amount of love that God has for us is something that we cannot even comprehend, because he sent his one and only son to die on the cross for our sins so that we could be with him in heaven eternally. And that's just like, when I think about the amount of love God has for us, is just like, I can't comprehend it. Like, my mind is just blown. Like, no matter how many times we mess up, and no matter how many times, like, you know, God just loves us no matter what. So that's probably the true definition of unconditional love, which is something that as people we can never ever accomplish for sure. Like, the amount of love God has for us is beyond what we can do as human beings. Sammy.ix asks, do you get jealous if your boyfriend likes other girls' pictures? I do, and I don't know how to stop caring. So that's actually a really interesting one. Like, my boyfriend follows a couple people he went to high school with, and one of them, not even joking, is very, I don't know how to say it, like, she looked like a hoe for sure. And I'm like, oh, you probably like her body better and all this stuff. And he's like, so I try to get, like, I'm a very jealous person, so it's very hard to stop caring. But like, if you think about it, he's with you and not with that girl, so he probably just likes it because, I don't know, I don't really know how to help you there, because some guys can be very visual with other women, and that's kind of hard to deal with. And they shouldn't be looking, so if they are looking elsewhere, leave that man, he's not for you. But I mean, if they know each other and like he's just liking it because to like it, then that's different. So yeah. Do you believe in love at first sight? Asks Caressa_209. Yes and no, because I've seen guys that I'm like, oh my gosh, and I like fall head over heels for them, and then it ends up not working out at all. And then actually my boyfriend and I used to be friends, and I wasn't interested in him at all, and then now I love him to death. So he and I, it was definitely not love at first sight, at least on my end. For him, I think it was, but for me it wasn't. So yes and no, I do believe in it. Yeah. Natalie 911 asks, will you give to your boyfriend a present? Oh, so will you get your boyfriend a present? And yes, I already answered that. I got him AirPods. Georgia Rose _1X asks, how can you tell if they're just a friend or if you have caught feelings? Well, I guess you would know if you've caught feelings or not, whether they're friends. If you've got feelings, then you obviously like them more as a friend. But are you asking in the sense, like, do they like you more as a friend? If they like you more as a friend, they'll like touch you a lot more, and they'll text you a lot more. But the touching is the biggest one, like, oh, like, how are you doing? Like, touch your shoulder, or like hug you, or like tease you, or like willing to go above and beyond with that kind of, like, picking you up, or like, hey, let's hang out and I'll do XYZ. Like, actions from guys is a big one, for sure. So that's, I think, how you can tell if a guy likes you or not. For lashes, I'm going to use some Makeup Geek 3D Foam Ink lashes in this style Nicole. I have not tried this style, but I've tried every other style on the Makeup Geek website, and wow, the Makeup Geek eyelashes are insane. Definitely recommend them. Out of all the styles that I've tried from Makeup Geek of the faux lashes, these are probably my least favorite. Just the style of them doesn't fit my eye as well as the other styles, for sure. So yeah, let's try the brows. Let's try this handy dandy new eyebrow product. It even has like a little brush on the bottom, which is so interesting. So I got mine in the color medium dark, so hopefully, oh, that snot comes out of my nose. So hopefully this works out. I love this brush. Definitely a little bit thicker than I'm used to. It's so hard to do anything because like that bottom is like so thick. Go in with this bronzer. This is the matte bronzer in Mango Butter, color in 1792 Maui Matte. And I'm pretty fair, and the fair one like didn't show up on me at all. So this is, it's either the fair or this color, unfortunately. So if you're any, you know, darker than me, it probably won't show up on you. And I really like the blush. This is the blush in 1793 Cheek Me Out. I'm gonna go in with my highlight, the Ofra highlight. Since this is like a purpley look, I'm gonna go in with the color Space Baby and Glazed Donut. And then there's a little lip balm that I got, the Marilyn Monroe like collaboration thing, in this really pretty tinted lip balm. I've worn this on its own without, like, when I don't have any makeup on, and it looks amazing. I really, really like how, I mean, that's so pretty. I'm gonna go in with the liquid lipstick from Sigma in the color Behold, which is this really pretty pink color. I love using the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist just on like my cheek area. It just makes like that look so much better. And then I use the Gerard Cosmetics Setting Spray for my T-zone. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and everything, and I'll be right back. We are back. I curled my hair. We're looking crazy. I'm a heartbreaker. I'm just kidding. But what do you guys think? This is the finished look. Got my boo thing, my butter over here. Come here.
Keep it so bright over here.
Yeah, you got sensitive blue eyes. Here's some other questions we're gonna be answering. Oops. So the one that I thought you should answer yourself, I already answered for you. How did you find such a good guy to love you inside and out? So why do you love me inside and out?
Oh, I just love who you are. And then you just, like I said, I think you talked about just being friends first.
Yeah, and being yourself.
And just not, just taking time to get to know someone for who they are first, and then you just find you like that person, and things just work out.
Because I said, oh, another question was, do you believe in love at first sight? And I was like, yes and no. I said, I think for my boyfriend it was love at first sight.
Well, yeah, I had a crush on you at first.
And I was like, I didn't. I know.
I think it takes time and
yeah. It's like yes and no. Some people, they're like, oh yeah, we're so into each other. How can I stop overthinking about everything? Because you have that problem too. It's not just a girl thing, I think.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know how to stop though.
I think
you just have to take time and take a deep breath and just realize why you're overthinking or what you're so worried about.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop overthinking. That's something I struggle with as well. But I think just realizing that you're overthinking and then trying to think about something else. If you're overthinking about the other person, it's probably not the case. You know. Most awkward Valentine's moment. I haven't had one.
I haven't really had one either. I only had one other Valentine's Day and it was with you.
This was sometimes. Yeah, I haven't had one. Is it weird if I say I prefer to be single forever? That's totally fine. If you want to be single for the rest of your life, props to you. My aunt has been single. Well, she's been in relationships, but like she's been single her whole life pretty much, and she's out here doing her own thing, and there's a lot of pros. There's a lot of cons. Yeah. There's a lot of pros to being single forever.
Yeah, if that's what makes you happy, then do it.
Yeah, then do it. Okay, how are you feeling and how long have you been with your wonderful boyfriend? How are you feeling? Well, I already talked about that at the beginning, how I've been feeling, but how long have we been together? I said over a year, but a year and...
probably been a little less than a year and a half, I think.
Mm-hmm. September.
A year and a few months, yeah, even a year.
A year and 5 months. Wait. Someone asked what I got you for Valentine's, and I said, earpods. And I said, you got me those flowers over there. I'm so silly around you. So embarrassed. What is your ideal Valentine's Day date? Date Toshimos.
What's your ideal date?
I don't know.
Just spending it with the person you love. I'm not super picky.
Yeah.
I think last year we didn't even go out on Valentine's. We kind of planned it for a different day since the actual day gets so crazy.
Yeah, which I think we might do this year too.
Yeah, just go out somewhere nice for dinner.
Yeah. Some other time.
Do something fun or just do something together.
Yeah. I said we're gonna be making heart-shaped Rice Krispies, which is what we did last year. So my boo thing got some supplies for that to make them tomorrow. So this is the 13th. I can't even speak around you. Oh my gosh. Oh, my ideal date. I think I have an idea.
What's it?
My ideal day, not date. My ideal day. So wake up at my boo thing, make me a cup of coffee, and then he comes back from work with flowers.
Your ideal day is not a weekend? Or is this ideal for this Valentine's?
No, not for tomorrow. Just, I mean, in general. I mean, if it happens tomorrow, that'd be really nice.
What, your ideal day?
Yeah. So then you come back and you bring me more flowers. And then we have a little dinner or something. And then we have a little movie. And it'd be nice if we could get a little massage afterward. And then we come home and then we relax. And then it's over. Thank you guys so much for your relationship questions. I couldn't do them without my boyfriend.
Crazy cats.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You want to say bye?
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.